Hello, you guys. Happy Friday. Say hi if y'all hop on here. I am hoping this is working. We keep getting little glitches. It says live, but we'll see. Just going to give it a second. Let me know if you see us, please. Say hey.
Well, I got the notification.
Oh, good.
This time.
On Facebook?
On my phone, that there's a Facebook Live.
Oh,
so that's
okay.
a good sign.
We'll
7
see.
times a charm.
I don't know. I can't click things how I normally. Oh,
Okay.
I see Terry's on.
I see you.
You do? You see me?
I see you.
All right. Well, let me click start on the app. Say hi, y'all. If something happens and you lose us on Facebook, then hop on over to the app. I can't pin my top comment that has those links I can't pin it like I normally. I tried to go live like 6 times and it wouldn't work. Say hi. Happy Friday, y'all. Little surprise live. We are launching a new skincare product here that we are super excited about. Christine and I have been using this for about a month, maybe a month and a half or so. And we both have fallen in love with this. So I've kind of been waiting, trying to learn a little bit more and all that before we launch it. But we are super excited to share it with you. So if you guys have a few minutes to catch this live, this isn't going to be a tutorial today. This is just going to give you a rundown of details. But we are both in love with this. And I will tell you, I'm just going to be totally honest, like through this whole thing about skincare and my skincare or lack of skincare, throughout my years of, taking care of my skin or not taking care of my skin. So we have this new line here. It's called RIMAN, and we are just seriously, Christine and I are both in love with it. I felt a little bit intimidated when I saw the line at first because I was like, this is a lot of steps. Somebody gave us samples, one of our sweet boutique friends here in town. She was like, you've got to try this. I think you're going to love it. And I think that you'll do so well with it. So we ended up giving it a try, both Christine and I did, and we fell in love with it truly after a couple of uses. I mean, even I think after the first time I was like, wow, this is not what I expected when I looked at, like I said, how intimidating it felt. And I have been terrible with skincare over like the entirety of my life. I have not been somebody good with washing my face before bed, taking my makeup off even before I reapply makeup. Like it just kind of layers until I'm like, I should probably take this eye makeup off, type of a thing. So I've really slacked like forever. I've not been good with doing any type of facials or that type of thing. And even like I worked in a salon for years, so I had a lot of exposure to that. And every now and then I'd get the complimentary facial to give an esthetician a try or something, but I wasn't very good at like routine things. So RIMAN has been awesome. The last 6 weeks I have noticed drastic changes in my skin. I was very skeptical, like I'm a skeptical person, and I'm like, okay, like, I mean, really, I truly am. So I didn't do any before or after close-ups without makeup photos, which, because I'm a skeptical person, I was like, well, what's the point, But I wish that I would have, because I truly have felt such a drastic difference with my skin in a lot of ways. My skin has been way more hydrated. I am somebody who, over the years, I would always say I had normal skin, right? I wasn't oily, I wasn't dry. Well, as of the last couple of years, last 3-4 years, I have been extremely dry. And I know that a lot of that comes here in Michigan. Winter time's dry, but even throughout the summer, I was noticing like kind of flaking of my skin around my nose or around my eyebrows where I didn't exfoliate very well and do a very good job. I didn't exfoliate very well because I didn't wash my face, the whole routine or a ritual very regularly. So I noticed like there was a lot I was missing, but also very dry, which then my makeup application wasn't as nice. My skin didn't feel good throughout the day. My makeup was wearing off, flaking off, doing things. And it really was awful. Like it was something that became awful, but I didn't really know how to battle it. I was using like, oh, let me use a different face primer. Maybe that's the problem. Rather than thinking like I need to go way back all these steps and start from the basics of actually cleaning my face, cleansing, exfoliating, doing all of the things, hydrating properly, not just throwing on a random face lotion type of a thing. And, you guys, I have obviously, if you've been around for a while, you've known that I've dabbled in a lot of different kind of skincare lines or makeup lines, and I often pick my favorite products. So, and I don't think that's a problem. I don't think it's bad to have a favorite mascara from one company and a favorite foundation and a favorite from different companies. Like, I would be lying if I said everything that I use is strictly from one company when it comes to my makeup. I think it's okay to try different things. I mean, we do that and we watch, makeup experts doing tutorials, and they're using all types of different products and different brands, and you're going to find your favorites for your skin type all over. So that's one thing, is that I have tried a lot of different face lotions and exfoliators and all those things. Like, I've tried a ton because I've dabbled in a lot of different companies. And one thing that I've really struggled with is when I found something I like, all of a sudden the formula gets changed, right? And it's this great marketing scheme to be able to reintroduce something as a new product. But then all of a sudden I'm like, well, I don't like it anymore, right? It's changed. I finally liked something and now it's changed. And so then it's made it so that I've tried a lot of different things and really kind of struggled to find, like, what's my happy spot? What do I really, really like? Well, RIMAN has been, I think, the best, and where I have found, like, my happy place, and where it is manageable. Like I said, it looked overwhelming when we first got it, because it's what, 7 products? 8. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 products when we first got our little kits of samples, and I was like, man, that's a lot. Like, how? I don't have time for this. I do not have time to put 8 things on my face, 7 things on my face every day, and go through this process. But it is way faster, and it is totally worth it. So RIMAN is called a ritual because it is something that we should practice every day. So you get in the habit of doing this every day. There are nighttime and morning routines, but all using those same products. So you aren't doing where you have to buy totally different, well, this is my nighttime cream, and this is my nighttime under eye cream, and my nighttime lip cream, and my nighttime, and then this is my morning cream, and you've got 20 products because you're dividing up what you're using morning, night, and I use this just once a week, and I do that just this day, and that kind of thing. Like, it really is fantastic. So while I might not be totally educated the entire way through, I'm going to stumble through this a little bit, and then we'll see what questions there are. Christine is waving her hand in the back here. What's your question?
It's not so much a question, just a quick statement. So Rachel mentioned that we both have been using this for about a month, and we have both noticed a huge increase in our skin, like just the way it looks, the way it feels. We both have been very honest with each other and said, wow, we're both getting really good at the morning. We've not integrated the nighttime. We're still washing our faces before bed, and we've already seen our skin change so much and for the better that if you're even better than us
and you're doing good at morning and night routines
twice, like, I can only imagine how much more hydrated and glowing. I've even noticed wrinkles leaving my forehead.
Absolutely. I will say, I was noticing, you know how you kind of notice, and I was like, man, I'm getting those wrinkles around my lips more, and even around my eyes more, and I'm like, I have noticed a difference. And again, this is where I'm like, I wish I had taken before and after photos, really truly, without makeup on, that close up, so you can see, because I have noticed drastic differences when it comes to all different areas. And then, I mean, truly, like, for us, we do our makeup first thing in the morning, and we are here sometimes for 12 hours, and like, I don't always have time throughout the day to touch up my makeup and redo my makeup and all of that before I have to come take pictures and that kind of thing. So it is really, like, it's a noticeable thing because we're in our faces all the time, right? We're in front of cameras and in front of, so it has been crazy, crazy good. So what we love about this is that while the whole entire line is very good for all skin types, it's great for sensitive skin. You don't have to go somewhere. You don't have to pick different products if you have more sensitive skin. You don't have to pick something different if you're dry or if you're feeling oily. These are designed that they are good for all skin types. So that is fantastic. But then you are able to add in some other items for anti-aging and some others more specifics. So what I love about this, and I took this myself, is that there is a skin type test where you can log in and you can take a skin test to see what products are directly recommended for you. So we'll get into that in just a little bit. And then you are able to hone in on what the recommendations are and decide, like, you know what, this maybe exceeds my budget a little bit. What else do they recommend? What are the other combos? What can I pick and choose from this to maybe lessen what I am spending right up front? I want to give this a try, that type of thing. So I love that, but it will tell you if you're struggling with wrinkles, then it might add in some of these anti-aging products and it will really hone in for you. But while all of these things are good for all skin types, I absolutely love that. There is nothing worse than like having to buy so many different products because you feel that like you're oily, or like I said, just over the last few years, I felt like I become extremely dry. So does that mean I have to change my whole skincare ritual because all of a sudden I'm dry? Well, these products are good for all skin types, and skin sensitivity, fantastic, and smell as well. They are very good if you're sensitive to smells. These are very mild. If anything, I'd say a little bit more on the earthy side of scent, where it doesn't really, I mean, Kristen, don't you agree? Like there's not a lot of scent to it. It's very light, and so you don't feel like it's overwhelming or powerful in your face.
I think I was surprised the very first day that I used it that there really wasn't
scent.
Much scent. But I think, and I'm not going to make this claim because I don't know this, I haven't read it, that it's hypoallergenic, but I think not having scents makes it easier for different skin types. And if you have sensitive skin, that there aren't perfumes then also added
Absolutely.
to the product. So.
Yeah, I think you're totally correct. So I just have some, because I was like, I'm going to write some notes on my favorite things about the product. So when I looked and I was like, I'm supposed to do 7 things in one day. Let me show you. This was the sheet that I got with it. And I loved because it was a very, very direct step-by-step process. So I know it's going to be backwards for you guys on Facebook. This wasn't for you to read necessarily, but be able to see. So it tells you step 1, what to do. I'm not kidding. For the last 5-6 weeks, however long we've been using this, I pull this out every day. I have my little sheet here and I'm like, it looks, oh, where did I put it? I'm like, it looks very tan. Or Christine has it.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry.
Here, I have pulled this out every day because I'm like, I don't want to goof it up. So it's a little tattered. I have it like folded up in my little bag. But I pull it out every day and I'm like, I want to make sure that I follow the steps and that I get this. The other thing is that I'm like, I would probably, just because of my brain and sometimes like you get overwhelmed and kids and all that, I would maybe put a little number on them till I really got used to it. Just with a little permanent marker on the bottom, you could write like what number is what step is what. I love that it's very spelled out on what steps to do. So of course, first is a cleansing oil, and this oil is fantastic. It's very lightweight, and it also can exfoliate your skin, which is crazy because I was like, what do you mean oil can exfoliate, right? I always thought an exfoliant had to be abrasive, like I was rubbing sand on my face. That to me is that's how you exfoliate, right?
Yeah, I get it.
So I was like, this is fantastic because it literally is an oil that is super lightweight, but you keep rubbing it and rubbing. You can lightly add a little bit more water with it and rub it and massage this really into your skin for 3 to 6 minutes if you have that kind of time. And if you don't, you don't need to, because I will tell you, I have not had time to rub this in my face for 3 to 6 minutes every day. But it becomes almost like a face massage, and it is just fantastic. It feels so good and it's so lightweight. So this is the first step, and you rinse this off after.
There is a chance that is my favorite step. I love how it feels.
It feels so good, and you just circular motion, you rub that in. We will do a tutorial with more information as this goes on, and the more that I learn about all of these products, but I will just tell you, like, they are fantastic. Next comes your cleansing / exfoliating powder, and this is going to help loosen excess oils and clean out your pores and that type of thing. And there's 2 options. So this one says use step 2 or here's an alternative for step 2. So this is where you can pick and choose. You don't need to have both products. I have alternated these on days, and Christine has used them sometimes both because she said she likes how they feel. She likes how they both feel. So she uses them both. So these are both fantastic, and these both you rinse off. One is it's powder. It is kind of like a sand, and I remember using one of these before. You add a little water and it becomes a little bit milky with a little texture, and then ends up totally absorbing, and it's just fantastic. This one is a little bit thicker with kind of an exfoliating feel to it, but they both are fantastic. And you rinse these off, and then that's your last step that you rinse off. Okay, so this was for me. When I saw the 7 bottles, I was like, I gotta have my face wet for this long. I was thinking this was like a 40-minute cleaning my face, wash, clean, wash, dry, all of that. Well, it really wasn't. And that to me was like the best part. I'm like, I can handle like two processes here of like washing and my face. And then the rest is all you leave and apply. And the hydration has been unbelievable. So there's, and these, you have to forgive me if I say them wrong. There's the Viaton oil mist, which I love. This one probably, I think of all the products, has the most smell. And again, it's a very earthy, light, fresh. I mean, it's just, it doesn't have a strong where you could say it's citrus or it's something. It's very, very light. And this one, you literally mist your face. So I clean my face, I wipe it off, kind of clean up the dampness, spray this on a little bit. And then you let that dry ever so. There have been days I told Christine, like, I didn't have any time to wait for any of it to dry, so I just kept applying, and my face was real moist for a few minutes. And then this might be my absolute favorite product, is the Calming Balance Gel. This you apply, and it almost is like you would think you had to remove it at first, because it is it's wet. It's a very wet gel that you are putting on your face. It actually dries quickly. It absorbs into your skin. And I wrote a few keywords about this one down because I was like, I want to remember how I felt about this, or what was so great about it. So the moisture that you feel with it, how it absorbs into your skin feels so great. But what is so good about this, the Calming Balance Gel, like it actually is calming your skin. So your skin that might be irritated, redness that's on your skin, sensitivities, dryness, this is what is going to calm all of that acting up. What that product is doing that is acting up is this calming gel. And by golly, does it work. One other thing too that I don't think we've talked about at all is darkness under our eyes, like our eye bags kind of. With our skin tone, I always feel like I have such dark bags under my eyes, and I still add a little bit of, concealer under there to lighten it. But I have noticed drastic skin color differences under my eyes, and all of these products can be used right on your eyes, around your eyes. These are not you don't want to rub it into your eyeball, okay? But like they are all safe to be used in the same areas. There is not a separate eye cream. You use all of these products. They're good on your entire face. So I've noticed drastic differences with this. Krista, this is RIMAN. And we're good. Like, it is so good. So I have literally noticed such a change. And this Calming Balance Gel, I think, is my favorite because I put it on, and you put it on and you're almost like, this is never going to dry. I put it on and I'm like, my face is going to be wet for 20 minutes. And it literally, a couple of minutes, it absorbs in. I put it on my neck. I've loved that on my neck. And it is very, very, very wet at first. I mean, it is. At first it seems a little bit weird. Like you put it on, you're like, am I supposed to be rinsing this off? And then you're like, nope, my instructions here where it tells me after spraying the oil mist, apply a generous amount onto your face to calm and soothe the skin. The instructions are fantastic because it tells you exactly what to do. And I think I love that. So that's probably been my favorite. And then there is this cute little product that they have this fun little boo saying, that you use the booster, the serum, and then the booster again. I have not done tons of reading about exactly what all of this does, but again, intense hydration. This is what this entire system is constantly pushing for, intense hydration. So you have that booster that goes over that calming gel, and again, you're spraying, so it's wetness, right? And then this serum, again, it's an oily feeling, a wet feeling serum that I put it on my cheeks. I just put a little here, but then it ends up being enough that I spread it all around. And again, that one I'll kind of put on my neck. And I love this. You spray the spray again, and it's fantastic.
It's a really light mist too.
And I'm really bad because here I'm going to be like, but I really think my most favorite product is, that's me. You all who watch know that I have 4,000 favorite clothing items here. And this one Christine and I kept talking about. Yeah. This is the Active Cream X. And this is your final step. And this one is a really thick cream, and I have just the slightest little bit left in this tub.
I've used all of mine.
I'm gonna put a little on my fingers here. It's literally like I am scraping the inside here. But this one, it looks really thick, and when you go to put this on your skin, this also is so thick that I'm like, this is never going to soak in.
It
Like,
feels amazing.
when am I going to be able to do my makeup? Because this is so thick. Like, my makeup's going to be really blotchy. But, oh my gosh, it feels so good. It's like the most hydrating lotion, anything I say lotion, but I mean it's the most hydrating cream is a better word,
Yeah.
that I've ever put on my face, ever. And when you think that it's not going to absorb, it does. And then I'm like, all of this moisture I added to my face today has gone into my skin. Like, no wonder we feel such a difference throughout the day.
Yeah.
And with our makeup and that sting and everything and the hydration, like, I have not felt like my skin has been dry one day since I started using this.
No.
Not one time.
No, and I think one of the things that I don't know that you mentioned, or if you did, I didn't hear it. This is Korean skincare.
Yes.
I don't know if she had said that.
I have not gone into that.
It's funny because 6 months or so ago, I had mentioned to Rachel, like, oh my goodness, Korean skincare is like all the rage. And she was like, what are you talking about? And then we started watching videos of it.
Yeah.
And it's popping up on TikTok. And it's these
They said it even on Emily in Paris.
Did they really?
Yeah, about Korean skincare.
It's funny. It's all of these natural extracts from the environment. When you read the bottle,
Yeah.
like every one, I've read the back of the bottle, and it might be a seaweed enzyme or different things from the South Pacific that is just so nourishing for your skin.
Yeah, I mean, and that is one thing that I feel like this has truly done is like it is so nourishing and it brings out like that natural radiance in your skin, right? So it's not like, I don't know, you're not putting so much on your face that you're like covering up your natural beauty, but it's almost making it so you can eliminate steps of makeup in such a heavy foundation and, so much color or covering of maybe if you are starting to experience dark spots and that type of thing. Like, this truly has been amazing. The other thing is that it lasts an exceptionally long amount of time. I know that again with like, even if I said how many products there are and then pricing, I was intimidated, right? Because if I'm not somebody who spent much time on my skin to begin with, I'm not used to putting that into my budget. I'm used to spending money on my skincare. So to see if I buy a whole regimen and it's $300, how long is that going to last me for? And that to me is intimidating. I know there are people who are going out and they're buying $100 plus single bottles of items. And there are also people who are going out and you are buying $5 face lotion. Like, there's extremes to everything. And we know that in this world, right? You can go from one extreme to the other. You can buy a $600 bottle of skincare or a $1,000 bottle of something. I'm somebody who I've dabbled in trying the latest fads and trends and things that we see on TikTok and whatever, and buying creams, and I've used them one time and been like, well, that was a waste because I don't like that, or that's not working, that's not eliminating my wrinkles. And this has been what I felt the most satisfied ever with using, worth the money, and I don't need to use a lot. Like, I would say if you bought your regimen, easily 60 days worth.
Are those your original samples?
Yes.
So, like, can you pick up the boosters here?
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
When I got this, probably here.
It was a sample from the other boutique owner.
Yeah, so she had given us full-size bottles, but just with kind of sample size amounts in them. So it wasn't full all the way. So yes, don't let this, you're like, you've been using that for a month and a half, 6 weeks. It literally was filled up to here.
Yeah, a quarter or a third.
Yeah, I mean, I think that there was maybe a sixth of the way full on this.
When I saw how much cream was in my little tub that we got, I thought, well, that'll last me 4 or 5 days. I think I said one day last week. Now, we've been using this for a month. One day last week that I had just run out. So if you figure a quarter of a bottle of these
I mean,
things
all
is
of
lasting
these,
us a month.
all of these, I still have a fair amount of. I would honestly say at least 60 days, right? And that's without me not buying them for myself full and then using them through to give you an exact estimate. But absolutely 60. I mean, I would like to say 90 days. I just don't want somebody to blow through the products because you're doing morning and night.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
And maybe using a little bit more. Now, honestly, you saw what I put on my hand for this, kind of a pea size. I would use about double that for my entire face. It's not much. You do not use a whole lot of anything. Same goes with the Calming Balance Gel. I know that says use it, it had said like, oh, what was the word? Like to really use a lot of it. Interrupting. Sorry. The phone call, I couldn't get it to clear off. So really about a dime size of this. Like you do not need much. This stuff lasts and lasts and lasts. And so don't let the price intimidate you. But because I mean, it's about 350, I think, for like, what was that? Was that your 330 is what your recommendation? Yeah. Christine went through the quiz today to have it see what it, so 330. But we have a few kits that we have options for you guys to get today if you want to try, give it a try. So the first one, that this is limited. This actually just launched and we were able to get some of them. This is a very, very limited, basically a sample kit that you can get. It's the, this would be the perfect purchase if you want to give this a try. It's $100, I do believe, for this kit, and you get kind of small little sample sizes with instructions.
Just going to your personal one now.
No. Oh. But these, you guys, this will give you all of these goodies for you to be able to experience. And I would say if you use it once or twice and you fall in love with it, save these little sizes for travel because they're perfect for travel, and purchase the full sizes to use on a regular basis. A lot of these containers can be refilled too if you do buy, I think they all can. If you ended up buying the full size, save your little ones to refill. But this comes with 8 products in it. And it is just, it's fantastic. I absolutely love this. The only thing that's not in here, it looks like, is this Pure Cell, the cleansing oil. So that one is not in this.
That SPF at the end.
Yes, the SPF is added.
So, you know, I've been thinking about this while Rachel was talking, and I know sometimes sticker shock is a real thing, and looking at skincare, and like Rachel made a point that
can answer the phone.
I'll step out if it happens again. I'm a very like, what can I get for like $12? And then 2 things have struck me over the course of this last month with how much better my skin feels. First of all, our skin is our largest organ.
True.
If I'm going to take care of anything, it should be that. And my face is what the world sees. Mm-hmm. So it should be that. And I told Rachel when we ran out of our samples, when I started to this week, I went back to my old stuff. You guys, my skin is in such good condition now using good things that the old crap that I bought over the department store counter is literally burning it because it doesn't want those chemicals on my skin anymore.
Yeah.
I put it on, and like name brands that we buy at the drugstore that everybody's heard of, I've never had sensitive skin. Like, it's just something that I thought how much better my skin feels. It's my largest organ in my body. Why wouldn't I take care of it?
Yeah. I mean, it absolutely is like, it's worth doing. And coming from somebody who put 0 effort into taking care of their skin. And like I said, it seemed like this was going to be quite a big step where I'm like, I'm not easing into this with like 3 products. I've now got 7 that I use every morning. And it's not that you have to do the 2 full routines, morning and night. There are ways to kind of pick and choose what you're doing, one versus the other, so that you're not using everything twice. That's not necessary. But it definitely is fantastic. So on our website, on our shoprachelclark.com, under the beauty section, you will be able to go in, and we have a very small quantity. We have a lot of the products, but we have a small quantity of them where you can purchase the items that we are showing here from our boutique page that would ship from us. The white box here, which also these kits you'll be able to get. So the experience kit will only be able to be found on our website. And then this is a travel kit. So there are 2 travel kit options. One of them is the Radiansum 100 Advanced Ritual Travel Kit. So this one includes some of the anti-aging products in it. And then there is the Expert Kit, which is just more of the traditional kit. And this comes with, I don't want to open it all because it has pretty little paper. The packaging is fantastic, but it comes with a little travel case in there too, a little white bag for all your goodies that they are in. So you get this little travel kit, which is again, another great way to give the product a try and be able to try out these and see how your skin reacts to them and how you like them and that type of thing. So this has your step 1. I love that they all come with instructions. Step 1, step 2, this is how you use it. After cleansing, dispense an appropriate amount into your palm. It tells you what to do. That's what I need. I need instruction. Obviously, if I've been doing this for it's been 5 weeks. I think it was right before August that we started it.
Yeah, right.
5 or 6 weeks.
Oh yeah, I guess
like
if
every day.
I've been saying a month.
Yeah, it's just September, middle of September. So there are the options to buy the kits from us, which all 3 of the kits, the experience kit, the 2 travel kits, are only available on our site right now. We don't have a ton of them. So these are first come, first serve, and I don't know when we'll be able to get more. So make sure to snatch up your experience kit if you're on the fence. Or in the links is also where you can go and you can create a customer account. You can take the skin quiz, which I highly, highly, highly recommend for everybody to do. It will email you your results. I cannot see them. So if you have questions about your results, make sure to send them over to us, a screenshot of what that was. But I love the results because they truly are accurate. And when you're like, well, what products can I eliminate? What type of thing? What should I start with? That we can kind of help you with. Or you can keep on there saying like, well, what else do you recommend? And it kind of guiding you through what to purchase. But you can also shop right on the RIMAN site. And there we'll link it to me I think Christine has on there what my planner ID or planner number is for you guys to be able to shop and get hooked up there. But on their site, if you shop right on RIMAN, you earn 5% back in RIMAN dollars, which I think you can start to apply towards. And you guys, I'm new to this too. So I'm saying I'm not an expert. I'm not going to hop on here and say I've learned everything there is to know. We gave this a try and used it for a few weeks before I even decided, I do want to sell this. I do want to share it with you guys. So I'm no expert yet. I'm going to try to get there, but I'll never be perfect. But on there, you will earn RIMAN dollars where then you can apply those towards your purchases as you keep rebuying. You can also set up auto reordering and that type of thing, which is great if you're somebody who you kind of get in a routine and you know how long something is going to last you. You don't have to think about ordering it again. I love subscription things for that. When I buy something that's 30 days supply and I know, in 30 days this will pop back up. So there are lots of options on there. And so ordering right from the RIMAN site might be a great option for you as well. I don't know that we will keep this all in stock on our website. You may not use birthday and first-time customer discounts or Style Stash towards these items. They're totally different than our boutique when it comes to being able to discount them the same way. So just a heads up there, you'll still earn Style Stash on our site, but you won't earn the RIMAN 5% back, those RIMAN dollars either. So it kind of has perks both ways from ordering both places. But for sure, hop on, take the skin quiz. It takes a couple of minutes. Right? Christine did it before the live. It takes 2 minutes to walk through it and see what your results are.
It takes 6 questions. It's really easy.
It's super easy.
It even asks how many steps do you want? Do you want a really laid back routine? Or
I loved that. You can customize it to your lifestyle where if you're like, I don't have time, I want it super easy. Or maybe your nighttime ritual of getting ready for bed and you're like, that's my me time. I don't care if I spend 45 minutes taking care of my skin every night. That is my me time. It's my ritual. I love it. Then do the full-blown thing. So I love that there are the customizations, but as well as these base products here are recommended for everybody and every skin type. And you aren't going to say oh, you have dry skin, don't use this one. Oh, you have, oily skin, don't use this one. These are all, and I love that. I love that it doesn't have to be this super specific. Now there's the addition, like we said, of having some of those anti-aging products. But other than that, you guys, it's fantastic. I think that you are truly going to love it. Some other things that I haven't tried yet, there's the skin protection, the sunscreen. And there's just some other, I know that there's Oh, what is this? There's like a bronzer. Is that what this is on the site? So there are a few other things that I have not tried. And just because, like I said, I was excited to share this with you. I didn't want to wait forever until I did personally try everything. But I will tell you, from the 8 products that I have tried, they are fantastic. So if you guys have questions, let us know. But otherwise, you can go on our website and go to the beauty category. You'll be able to look for info there and find several links to be able to go in and take the skin quiz and all that stuff. But let us know if you have questions. And otherwise, I hope that y'all do give it a try. I think you're going to love it. Make sure if you're on the fence, snatch up the Experience Kit because that's going to give you all those basics to try. And I think that you seriously, within a couple of days, will notice a huge difference in your skin, the coloring and the hydration and that radiance. I mean, because that's one thing that we're like, it kind of gives you this natural dewy look because, and it's not like a sweaty dewy, but we do laugh about that because we're like, well, is dewy in or do I just look sweaty? But it just gives your skin a glow and it's fantastic. So you guys let me know if you have questions after. Anyways, thanks for hanging with us a little bit longer than I thought I was going to be on this happy Friday. But have a great weekend and we will see you all next week.
Goodbye.